The Morning Market Kickoff with your host, Tommy O'Brien. Now, Tommy O'Brien.
Good morning, everybody. I'm Tommy O'Brien, coming to you live from TFNN headquarters in St. Petersburg, Florida. 8:30 a.m. Wednesday morning, 1 hour to go until the opening bell. We got markets in positive territory yet again. Right now, Dow futures up 255 points, trading at 29,044. S&P positive by 27, trading at 33.27. NASDAQ futures positive by an even 100 points, trading at 94.55. To put things in context, we'll back things up just a Friday afternoon. The S&P's down there at 32.12. We're now more than 110 points above that level. All-time highs. To back this up, you just put it on an hourly chart, go back 20 days. There's your all-time high. Last week, 33.37, made it to a high today of about 33.31. So you're talking about 6 points right there in the S&Ps, right up there near all-time highs. NASDAQ 100, quite a charge higher, 94.62. You back that up, we're above where we were trading at around January 22nd in the NASDAQ 100. As of this morning, jumping around to the indices, we'll start things off with the Dow. You see the charge higher at about 3 a.m. Eastern time. The Dow trades from 28,715. We're now more than 300 points above that level, back above 29,000 at 29,046. S&P 500, 33.27. That as well starts to charge higher at about 3 a.m. this morning from 32.91 all the way up to a high of 33.99 just prior to 5 a.m. in the S&Ps. NASDAQ 100, as I mentioned, above all-time highs, 94.58 right now in the NASDAQ 100. Crude catching a bid at the same time as well. Crude back above $50 at $50.87. We get the inventory numbers for crude this morning, 2 hours from right now, 10:30 a.m. this morning. We'll be on the air for those, Tom and I. Gold contract trading inverse with the market as it has been recently. Gold dipping lower as the market accelerated higher. Gold contract, April contract trading at 15.56, and the euro-US dollar trading at 1.1012. In terms of what else you have happening across the market, it's a huge day of earnings. Got a lot of headlines queued up for the program. This one coming online right as we got ready for the program. Private payrolls soaring in January, the best monthly gain in nearly 5 years. ADP, their numbers, 291,000 in January, the best month since May of 2015, nearly twice of what the market was looking for. That was about 150,000 was what the market was looking for. Expectation, you got private payrolls coming in at 291,000. So that just hitting the tape as we were getting ready to come on the air. The market's still digesting that. An update for the coronavirus. Nearly 25,000 cases now. Nearly 500 people have died. You have a mortality rate of about 2% in this virus. To put things in context there, the SARS virus, it was at about 10%. So it seems that at least one of the silver linings, you could call it, of this virus, but that's still playing out in China. What else we have happening? We'll start it off with Tesla. Finally, Tesla giving back some of those gains as they dip, as they plan delays to the Model 3 deliveries due to that China coronavirus. So a Tesla executive said that cars initially scheduled for delivery in early February will be delayed due to the outbreak of the coronavirus. The electric car maker began rolling out Model 3 vehicles from its Shanghai Gigafactory to Chinese customers in January. Unfortunate timing for Tesla as they ramp things up in China. And check out that. So putting this is an hourly chart going back a couple weeks, but putting it 15 minutes. Actually made it to a high. It's remarkable, folks. 968.99 yesterday. Again, 15-minute bars, but that news breaking, and you want to talk about an acceleration. You go from 968.99 and you close out the day to 887. You're talking about 80 points, and we're now down more than $100 from where we were prior to the close yesterday. Tesla looking open at about 862. Other news out there. Disney with their earnings last night. How about 26.5 million subscribers for the quarter, and that number being updated as you have CEO Bob Iger, said on the company's earnings call that by Monday, that number climbing to 28.6 million subscribers. Took Netflix, I heard one analyst today, about 5 years of adding about 5 million subscribers a year to get to that number. Earnings, $1.53 versus $1.44. Revenue, $20.86 billion versus $20.79. 26.5 million subscribers, up from the 10 million that it signed up right after registration. And getting into some of those details, about 20% of the subscribers who signed up for Disney Plus did so through a free trial with Verizon. Roughly 50% of the subscribers signed up through the service right on the Disney Plus website. Many of them bought a year-long or even a 3-year subscription. Iger added both conversion from free to pay and churn rate were better than expected. Disney also did not update the guidance for the service. The company previously looking for 60 to 90 million subscribers by the end of 2024. I'd imagine that they'd be on the higher end of that with almost 30 million subscribers already. And there's your Disney chart. Actually spiked to a high of 149.94. On that news, went down to a low of 140.60. You can see the conference call beginning at 4:30. Looks like Geiger had a few good things to say in terms of subscribers, churn rate, ads. Disney, though, looking to open barely positive at 145.19. Other news out there. Chipotle with their earnings as well, beating Wall Street estimates as carne asada helped boost sales. So Chipotle, their numbers, $2.86 earnings per share. Market was looking for $2.75. Revenue right in line, $1.4 billion versus $1.4 billion. The big number that jumped out at me, how about that same-store sales? 13.4% versus 9.5%. Just remarkable. The burrito chain reported fiscal fourth quarter net income of $72.4 million or $2.55 a share. Excluding restructuring expenses, that number bumping up to $2.86, and net sales rising 17.6%. Just mammoth numbers for Chipotle, CMG, and there you see it extending above 900. Chipotle closed yesterday at 884. Their numbers last night looking to open above 902. Continuing the run of earnings, Ford losing $1.7 billion in the fourth quarter, disappointing on the 2020 forecast. It's projecting full-year earnings of between 94 cents to $1.20, or adjusted earnings before interest and taxes of 5.6 to 6.6 billion. Ford declined to discuss the impact of the coronavirus outbreak is having on the automaker. The automaker disappointed Wall Street with its earnings projection for 2020. Full-year earnings, 94 cents or $1.20 a share. Company made $6.4 billion in 2019, slightly below a revised forecast for the year following a botched launch of its redesigned Ford Explorer SUV. Ford expects adjusted free cash flow of between $2.4 to $3.4 billion in 2020. And as we go to break, jumping over to Ford, you see the slide there, looking to open about 845. Stay tuned, folks. We'll be jumping around to the other stocks that we have with earnings this morning. Merck out with their numbers. We'll be right back in 3 minutes. Stay tuned.
If you're in the CD market and looking for a secure investment, the Tiger First Mortgage Program may work for you. The security for these first mortgages are building lots in the Tax Opportunity Zone in St. Petersburg, Florida. The Tax Act of 2018 set up tax-free zones across the country where you can build and hold for 10 years and pay no tax on the profits, which makes these lots valuable. The investment is anywhere from $30,000 to $75,000. The interest paid is 7% yearly, paid on a monthly basis. According to Bankrate.com, the best rate for a 4-year CD in the country as of February 20th is 3.1%. A $50,000 investment at a normal 4-year CD rate of 3.1% would give you income of $1,550 per year or $6,200 over the 4-year period. That same $50,000 investment in the Tiger First Mortgage Program would give you $3,500 per year or $14,000 over the 4 years. Which would you prefer, $6,200 or $14,000 of interest on your investment? If you would like more information about the Tiger First Mortgage Program, you can call me at 877-518-9190. That's 877-518-9190. The gold market has taken off topside in a large way in 2020. If you want to take advantage of this sector, now is the time to subscribe to my gold report. The Gold Report took profits in 4 of its equities in the gold portfolio in the first week of January for a combined profit of 99.2%, with 2 positions left in the portfolio that have a profit of 67.5% as of January 7th. The Gold Report is a comprehensive look at the metals sector as well as the markets that move gold, which is the currency and bond markets. New subscribers get a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to lose. Every Monday morning, I publish the Gold Report with coverage of gold, silver, bonds, the XAU, HUI, GDX, as well as more than 30 different mining equities. To see for yourself the types of profitable trades that are recommended within the Gold Report, sign up now by visiting TFNN.com. Don't miss out on the next great gold trade. Sign up today.
Are China A-shares hot or not? If you trade China A-shares, now may be time to take a closer look. Trade CHAU or CHAD, Directions Daily CSI 300 China A-share Bull and Bear ETFs. China A-shares in either direction. Visit directioninvestments.com today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction shares at 866-476-7523. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
Don't forget, you can listen to TFNN live on your mobile device 24 hours per day. Go to TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV. That's TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV for the latest market information.
Welcome back, folks. Dow futures up 255 right now. S&P futures up 28. NASDAQ futures up 102. As for the bonds, the 10-year yield now up to 1.65%. We were just flirting with about 1.5% when the market was at its lows. In terms of Asia, finishing in the positive again, you're the Nikkei up about 1% last night. Shanghai up 1.25%. HSI up 0.4%. I got a chart up here of the S&P just for the calendar year of 2020, giving you a little context where we started the year. January 1st, about 32.37. You see a dip to 31.81. There's our all-time highs on the S&P of 33.37. The slide on Friday to a low of about 32.12. And from there, right back up at near all-time highs. As for the VIX, jumping over to the VIX, putting it on the context of where we've been, this is an hourly chart we're looking at. Let me drill it down even a little bit shorter time frame, putting it on a 15-minute. You see the spike that we had on Friday to 1999, that volatility index back to 1562 this morning. Jumping around to other news stories, we have Nike last night coming out and saying that the coronavirus epidemic will have a material impact on China operations. They remain focused on health and safety of their teammates. And they get into here that Nike has closed half of its stores in China as the government tries to contain a new virus outbreak there, saying it will have a material impact on its operations across the country. This situation was not contemplated at the time we provided Q3 guidance during our Q2 fiscal year 2020 earnings call. This company said in a statement released after the market closed Tuesday, dynamics continue to evolve, and accordingly, we will provide an update on the operational and financial impacts on our Q3 earnings call. Jumping over to Nike shares, which had been lower, caught quite a bounce, and check that out. Traded last night almost to 98, and just like that, we're almost back to even. Actually, we're positive right now at 101.80, closed yesterday at 101.38. Continuing, Macy's to close 125 stores and cut 2,000 corporate jobs in a hunt for growth. Macy's offers a fresh 3-year financial targets ahead of a meeting with investors. So they're going to be closing 125 stores. They're going to plan to exit weaker shopping malls and instead shift its focus toward opening smaller format stores in strip centers. Macy's shuttered more than 100 stores since 2015. Jumping over to Macy's shares this morning, M looking to open a little bit positive at 1680, closed yesterday at 1647. Merck out with their earnings this morning. They're going to spin off the women's health and biosimilar drugs and focus on Keytruda. So Merck coming out with their numbers. Merck, which expects to complete the transaction in the first half of 2020, spinning off, said the new company will send it $8 to $9 billion through a special tax-free dividend. The new company is expected to have $8.5 to $9.5 billion in debt. The move, so let's get into. Said on Wednesday, it intends to spin off its women's health, biosimilar drugs, and older products into a new publicly traded company, a move that will allow the company to focus on growth drivers like the cancer drug Keytruda. The spinoff will reduce the number of human health products that Merck makes and sells by about 50%. Jumping over to their shares, MRK, trading lower, was up to 90.56, now backing down to 85.60. Snap out with their earnings last night. Missing on revenue, reporting revenue of $561 million. The market was looking for $563. They had earnings of 3 cents a share versus an expected 1 cent a share. The company grew its daily active users to 218 million, up from 210 million in the previous quarter. Jumping over to Snap shares this morning. There you see the volatility out with their numbers last night. Closed at 18.98, made it all the way down to 16.08, now up at 17.57 as Snap continues to struggle, putting this on a little bit of a longer time frame. Quite a rebound from the low Snap had a year ago, but you back it up to a 3-year, and there you see the woes. All the way down to 482, up to 18.98, but today looking to open, as we said, in the 17 range, 17.56 for Snapchat. Continuing, GM out with their earnings this morning, swinging to a loss in the fourth quarter as a 40-day strike erodes profits. GM sales in China fell 15.1% last year, marking its second consecutive year in declines. Getting into their numbers, adjusted earnings, 5 cents a share versus 1 cent the market was looking for. Revenue, though, a miss, $30.8 billion. The market was looking for $31.04. GM's operating profit remained healthy. The company reported an operating profit, which is earnings before interest and taxes, of $8.4 billion for the year, including $105 million in the fourth quarter. That's quite a discrepancy, though, right? 8.4 for the year and only 105 for the fourth quarter. That's down from $11.8 billion compared to 2018 and $8.4 billion for the fourth quarter of that year. The company's 2020 guidance included adjusted earnings per share of $5.75 to $6.25 and adjusted operating cash flow of $13.5 to $14.5. Jumping over to GM shares on that news, you see the volatility. Closed yesterday at 34.37, made it as high as 35.25, but pretty close to even right now at 34.55. Continuing the news, weekly mortgage refinance applications spiked 15% as interest rates plunged to lowest in nearly 4 years. I just mentioned it. We have the 10-year yield now sitting at 1.65%. We were as low as 1.5% on that 10-year at one point. Kudos to anybody that locked in that interest rate at that time. Mortgage rates last week hit their lowest level since October of 2016. Refinance applications, most sensitive to weekly rate moves, jumped 15% for the week and 183% higher than a year ago. Demand hit its highest level since June 2013. The average contract interest rate for 30-year fixed-rate mortgages with conforming loan balances decreased to 3.71% from 3.81%, with points remaining unchanged at 0.28. So quite a drop. We'll see how that shakes out with interest rates climbing back up as the market rebounds. Casper, they have an IPO coming, and it looks like they're not going to be getting the price tag they wanted. The mattress startup Casper Sleep disclosed in a government filing Wednesday, it's going to cut its IPO price to a range between 12 and 13. They had been looking at 17 to 19. The top end of the new price range values Casper at around $520 million, below the valuation implied by its latest round of funding that valued it at $1.1 billion. So yeah, the last time they went to Private equity, they're at about $1 billion, 1.1 even, looking like when they come to the market. The continuing trend, right? IPOs coming to market under what they're saying they're worth, now looking to be worth about $520 million at that valuation. Jumping around to some of the others, we'll just jump to some of the commodities. There's your crude oil chart this morning, $50.85. The low last night, $49.31. And as we go to break, your gold contract from the high of $15.98 towards the end of last week, gold trading at about $15.57. Stay tuned, folks. Come back to finish up the show. We'll go over what else we have on tap for the program. Stay tuned. I'll be right back.
I'm certain you are or strive to be one of the best at everything you do in life. It's the most common trait that we tigers and tigresses share. If you're looking to become the best of the best when it comes to managing your money, let me teach you to do what most wealth managers tell you can't be done, which is how to time the markets. I'm Steve Rhodes, author of Mastering Probability, and for the last 12 months, Timer Digest has been tracking my newsletter signals, which have earned me the ranking as their #1 market timer in the nation for the S&P 500 for the last 12, 6, and 3 months. Timer Digest also ranks me as the #1 market timer for gold as well. The fact is, markets can be timed, and I'll teach you the exact set of tools that I use that has transformed me into one of the best at what I do. Sign up for Mastering Probability today by clicking on the newsletter tab on the homepage of TFNN.com and get immediate access to workshops where I take you step by step how to use an extraordinary set of tools as well as provide great market calls too. Sign up today.
If you haven't checked out the newsletters page of TFNN.com, what are you waiting for? All of the TFNN newsletters are informative, up-to-date, affordable, and a must-have for every trader looking to gain a competitive informational edge in today's markets. TFNN newsletters cover every aspect of the markets to offer you the very latest in market news. Plus, new subscribers get to test drive our newsletters risk-free for 30 days. From all aspects of the markets, including stocks, bonds, metals, commodities, and tech, there's a newsletter to fit your needs exclusively from TFNN. Stay informed each day you trade and get that competitive edge that will help you stay ahead of the game. Visit our newsletters page by going to TFNN.com and click the newsletters button near the top of the page. TFNN.com, educating investors.
You know what's cool? Taking something that's good for you. Something specifically formulated to help with weight loss, better sleep, stress reduction, and the need to detox.
Nico, our hunter and gatherer ancestors found all their nutritional requirements for health in their wild environment. But today, our food sources no longer contain the vitamins, minerals, and nutrients our bodies need to stay healthy and strong.
That's why we need Primal Edge Daily Nutrition. It includes a special blend of ionic, soil-based vitamins, minerals, fatty, and amino acids in an easy-to-use liquid form.
Primal Edge is powered by highly concentrated fulvic and humic acids, nature's preferred delivery system. They've been called miracle molecules because, like sunlight, air, and water, life cannot exist without them.
That's right, Paige. They ensure we receive all the nutrition we need to be healthy and thrive. We take it every morning.
Primal Edge, formulated and approved by Nico and Paige of Living a Primal Lifestyle. Buy it today for just $89. Click on the Primal Edge banner on the front page of TFNN.com. Don't forget, you can listen to TFNN live on your mobile device 24 hours per day. Go to TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV. That's TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV for the latest market information.
Welcome back, folks. Markets in positive territory. Dow up 243, S&P up 28, NASDAQ up 99 points. If you come on over the front page of TFNN.com, you'll see the morning market report. I have that there every day as we get ready for the market. You can check out what we have going on this morning. Disney, of course, reporting last night. Usually I'll have some more commentary. So many headlines this morning that I just put all those headlines up there. You got a coronavirus update as the count of those infected up to 25,000, and just stories we've covered throughout the hour. Tesla, Disney, Ford, Snapchat, Chipotle, GM, Macy's, mortgage refinance applications. You click on there, you can get a chart of all that action, whether it's the S&P I have charts of Tesla up there, Disney, their action this morning, Ford, we talked about the losses in the fourth quarter, disappointing forecast, Snapchat as well, Chipotle. So I encourage you to check that out on a daily basis. Just visit the front page of TFNN.com. And also Basil Chapman, a week from tomorrow, February 13th. He'll be in there with subscribers to the opening call for a 90-minute webinar from 4 till 5:30, the Dark Cloud Cover, an essential market analysis. I encourage you to sign up for the opening call. Give it a try for 30 days. All new subscribers get a 30-day money-back guarantee. Basil has a great update out every single day for his subscribers. He even puts one out at least on Saturday or Sunday as he's communicating what's happening over the weekend, what he's looking for in the week ahead. You can see the topics he's going to be talking about, how his techniques factored into going short in the Dow at almost all-time highs on January 21st. I'd be interested to hear what he has to say about the bounce we've gotten since then, how he plans on trading that as we go through this trading year of volatility, starting things off. I appreciate you joining me, folks. Stay tuned. We got our man Larry Pesavento coming up live at 9 o'clock with Trade What You See. I'll be back at 10 o'clock with Tom. Oil inventory numbers at 10:30 this morning. Of course, Fast Market by TD Ameritrade, Thinkorswim at 11, Basil Chapman at noon, Steve Rhodes, Dave White, Tom O'Brien all this afternoon. Stay tuned, folks. We'll be right back.